How's it going, everybody? Eugene Hutton with Where the Wild Things Are on YouTube. King Gene 88 on TikTok. Hutton Legacy Lambs LLC on Facebook. So we're coming at you with another truck edition. Some truck thoughts. Like I said, my last truck video, it's a place where I feel secure. It's a place where I feel like I can talk, I can sing, I can do whatever I want, and I'm always on the move. I'm always in control. So for my personality and the things that I deal with, it's a good environment. But today in the truck, I'd like to talk about Hutton Legacy Lambs. We've been working our butts off all summer. I really have. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. I have young showmen, so I do have to pick up quite a bit of slack just because there's just stuff they can't do, don't know how to do, or just not confident or physically able to do yet. So, with all that said, I know I've been talking about lambs a lot, been talking about getting out there and doing your work, you know, working on the legs, working on your bracing, exercising, stand time, whatever it is. You know, I talk about that a lot. And one thing I don't talk about is losing. Man, it's tough. It's tough. You put so much of yourself into these animals and your kids, and so much of your time and resources. It's just not fun whenever the sheep just doesn't want to play that day, doesn't want to stand still. They're extra touchy, whatever it is. Maybe there's just some superior lambs there, and you just got beat. That's okay too. But one thing that I've learned over these last 3 going on 4 years of raising show lambs, breeding show lambs, I mean, I deal with sheep every single day, all year long, is that you can't really expect them to do more than they're capable. And all they really have to do is stand there, all they really have to do is walk around. But the kids got to be able to do their part, your showman's got to do their part. We have some pretty good kids, they work pretty hard. Like I said, I have younger junior showmen, so we are still working on it. But if you're like us, if you're a small operation, if you're out there, if you're hooking up, dragging it down to a jackpot somewhere, trying your best, throwing money at the concession stand, whatever it is, entry fees, and then you come home and you don't have a check, you don't have a banner, you don't have a win, or a place sometimes, and that sucks, guys. It really does. But for most of us, at least in our part of our show journey, we're not trying to hit any big shows. I mean, we're really basing everything around our county fair at this point. Like I said, younger showmen, they're just not confident yet in the ability to go show, and we're going to try a couple other jackpots, I believe, before the fair. But if your goal is your county fair and you go to a big jackpot and you get beat, and don't get down on yourself, because jackpot lambs and county fair projects, 4-H projects, FFA project lambs are often different, and they come from different breeders. They have a whole lot of different supplements. They're always on the move. They're born earlier, and they're out there every weekend doing that. But you can do that with your lambs too, and the easiest way you can do that with your lambs, guys, is to just do what I've been talking about in all my shorts. Getting out there every day, every evening, morning, whatever it is for you guys, you know, putting them on the stand, walking them on the halter, walking them off the halter, bracing, working on setting up their legs, front legs, back legs, you know, checking that top line, everything. Have somebody help you. Have somebody help you. It's hard to be a showman if you don't know what you can't see. And I know it's we've probably all seen those crazy show parents. I'm one of them, running around the ring with hand signals like I'm in the major leagues or something. But part of that is because we care. Some of them are just crazy, but for me it's passion. You know, I put so much of myself into these animals all year long, and so to be able to see it happen, yeah, that's the one moment I get to just see it in real time. So maybe I'm a crazy show dad. I try not to be. I try to stay out of people's camera view and not step on people, and I'm not yelling or anything like that, but I always make sure that my kids can see me. So if you are a showman who doesn't have a sibling or something like that, I'm sure you've got a parent or a friend or somebody. Have them stand out there, man. Take pictures with your phone. Use a mirror. I know it sounds silly, but man, a mirror can make a big difference. And if you're showing outside all the time, that's kind of tough. I know we're all outdoors. We're a small operation, so we're outdoors all the time, and having a mirror out there is, I mean, we can have it out there, but it's hard to keep it permanent. But it is something that can help you guys. Fitting lambs. I saw a lot of lambs this week that were fitted really good, some that were less than so. And then I saw some lambs that straight up had ringworm lesion on them, and I don't know why anybody would even bring that to a show. If you guys have that on your lambs, please don't do that, because it's like, I'm a really nice guy, man, but that is one thing that kind of pisses me off. If you're going to bring club lamb fungus to the show, then the show is going to take club lamb fungus home with it. So, if you guys are at a show, I would recommend you guys have some fungicide, some ring out, something like that, some kind of fungicide of some kind, because the judge himself can spread it along. You don't have to touch these lambs to get it. The judge touches all the lambs, and then he touches yours. So, fungicide, some ring out if you need it. You know, just keep an eye on that stuff after a show, because you just never know what's going to show up. You just really never know what's going to show up. Anyway, back to fitting lambs. Fitting lambs is tough, guys. I explained it once to somebody. It's like kind of like raising kids. Like, you really got to see the big picture, because sometimes your lamb is good. They'll stand up there like they're in a barber shop and just watching a football game. No problems. And then other times they're the rowdy guy at the bar who wants the volume turned down. Okay? Whenever they're rowdy, take it piece by piece, guys. Take it piece by piece. You want to start on that stifle and they don't want the stifle, move up to the front. You're working on that front inside leg and they want to pick it up, go to the other leg. I mean, it's just, if you can keep the big picture in mind, fitting isn't quite as intimidating as it sounds. It seems intimidating because, you know, you're cutting hair off and you see all these lambs out there with these real big boots on them and they look real nice, and as a younger, or as a smaller operation, or a younger showman, or somebody who's going to jackpots for the first time, that's intimidating. It really is. As a breeder, as a show dad, I see other lambs, I see everything. I'm always looking at it, and it's intimidating to me. I look at it and then I look at our stuff and you're like, man, we're just not good enough. We're just not good enough. And then you don't place and you're like, well, maybe we're not. But you know what? Maybe we're just not right now. Maybe you're not right now. I think Michael Jordan was in the league for like 3 or 4 years before he ever went to the championship. Like, I mean, come on, guys. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break with these animals. Do your part. Tame them as best you can and just spend the hours in the barn. In the barn. We don't even have a barn. But spend the hours out there. We have what we call a lamb gym. So we spend hours in the gym. That's where our scale is, that's where our track is, and we have a ring in the middle so we can practice some stuff. And then we have stands nearby to do other stuff as well. And as show parents, if you have younger showmen, you're gonna have to pick up the slack, guys, because like asking a 10, 11-year-old girl, boy, whatever, who's never done it to go out and peel a sheep back for the first time, they're going to be intimidated by the clippers. They're not going to know the blade tension. The animal's going to be scared. They might nick them, and then that's really going to mess with your kid's psyche because they're going to feel like they hurt them, which, I mean, they did, but it probably wouldn't be anything crazy. So if you have younger showmen, if you have less experienced showmen, if you have less confident showmen, get on YouTube, mom and dad. That's what I do. I get on YouTube. I get online. I learn stuff. There's a few breeders I can reach out to, some other show parents. I ask the stupid questions. You know what? It's only a stupid question if you don't get an answer, I guess, or if you don't ask it. Because if you don't know what coccidia is, but you shake your head all day long, so yeah, we give our lambs Corid every day, then you're not getting anything out of that, guys. Okay? Ask the stupid questions. Okay? Also, don't use Corid every day. Use Corid easy. It's pretty rough on the system. Anyway, so longer video in the truck about losing. If you guys are like us, we're really just getting started. The first couple of years we had really no idea what we were doing, what was going on, nothing. And again, we were so intimidated by everybody showing up with these sundowner trailers and these low pros, and you know, they got the fancy stands and they got wash clothes and fancy everything is just awesome. You know, the show boxes are huge and the boots on the lambs are big and the lambs don't even move. You just wonder, like, what am I doing wrong? Well, maybe you're not doing anything wrong. Maybe you're just not doing what they're doing. And we can get into that all day long, guys. If we want to talk about melatonin implants and like focus and attitude adjustment and all kinds of things that you can use to get your lamb to calm down a little bit, make it easier for you to work. But at the end of the day, the only thing that you can do is get out into the barn, get out into the gym with your animal. Understand your animal is a prey animal. I said that before, guys. Lambs are a prey animal. They're like I tell my kids, we have eyes that point forward and our teeth are sharp. Our lambs don't have that. So they see us as predators. We are natural predators to them. So you have to really, really work at it to try to overcome that prey-predator relationship, because I even tell my kids this, like, think about a lamb getting peeled back for the first time. By the way, peeled back is just another term for clipping, shearing, whatever. A lamb getting peeled back for the first time in its life, up there on a stand, strapped down, with that big buzzing and, you know, everything like that. Clippers get kind of hot if you're not paying attention, just all kinds of stuff. That's got to be the closest thing to getting eaten alive for a lamb. At least then, the first time, they got to be so damn scared, you know? So, do your part, get out there, and, man, put hands on, have somebody talk to you about what you're doing, and try not to take it personally. That's the only way that this thing gets done is with work. And we're still working. I'm making these videos like I'm an expert on stuff. I'm starting to learn a whole lot about lambs and sheep and stuff, but you know what, guys? I started this business on a shoestring, so I had no choice but to go the knowledge route first. So here we are. We have a little bit of knowledge under our belt. We have a little bit of time. We have a little bit of experience. We're getting a little bit more confidence now. We understand how big boots happen on lambs. We understand not to be intimidated by show boxes because they're using the same products we are. If Seabiscuit shows up in our trailer and still wins the race, he still wins the race, guys. Don't worry about it. Get out there. Keep showing. Keep showing. Keep your hands on those animals. And then whenever you get to your county fair, you might be a rock star. Who knows? Who knows? Hopefully we'll do well. We have a lot of competition within our county. I don't know what your guys' county is like, so our competition's actually pretty good. But going to these jackpots, networking with other breeders, other show parents, talking to kids, having your kids talk to kids, you know, everybody gets ideas, you learn things, you pick up things, and it's really not as intimidating as it seems. Don't be afraid of the big trailers with the pen systems and you're showing up with a homemade popper in the back of your truck. That's okay, guys. That's okay. Get out there and do it. I tell my kids, like I said, we're not on any national circuits. We don't have any goals for that kind of stuff right now. So we are all about learning, experience, and fun. If you're on the other goal plan, I would argue that you should still have a little bit of learning, experience, and fun in there. Definitely some fun, because the national circuits and bigger shows and stuff, it really requires a whole lot. It requires a whole lot. It's pretty intensive. So if that's your goal, good luck to you. Maybe we'll see you in Arizona in December. Not with any of my lamb, but maybe we'll show up. But at the very least, guys, it's almost the end of July, getting into August, September. County fairs are coming up. Keep feeding, keep weighing, keep bracing, keep working those legs, and just keep at it, guys. Keep working those lambs. You can do it. We can do it. And we will do it eventually. One of these videos is going to have a banner on it. It's just not today. That's alright, guys. That's alright. We'll be alright. So, that's all I got to say today, guys. As far as lambs go, I wish I had a lamb out here to kind of demonstrate some stuff, but like I said, this is a spot where I feel comfortable talking and actually flowing my thoughts in a way that seems coherent to most, and it's really windy today, so you wouldn't be able to hear me anyway. So, thanks for staying tuned with me this long. Eugene Hutton on YouTube. I am with the where the wild things are on YouTube, King Gene 88 on TikTok, and Hutton Legacy Lambs LLC on Facebook. If you guys have any questions about lambs, anything like that, PTSD stuff, of course, mental health stuff, any vets out there, anything like that, anybody needs an ear, shoot me a message. Thanks for staying where the wild things are.